In Dungeons and Dragons, what you do is to create a fantasized universe of the mind in which expediency to achieve your goal is more important than any kind of moral frame of reference to your actions.
So we have a wizard now teaching the children of his magical studies.
That's kind of far out.
Mazes and monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?
This is the Heroes Era.
Welcome to the Heroes Era. I'm your Dungeon Master Ben, and we're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. This is session 15 of our fourth campaign together, and joining me, I have Bodhi as Durian.
A tough lost orc trying to find his family and get out of this dungeon alive.
Chris as Jakra.
The new monk friend who's just riding the currents of the wind to see where it takes them.
Joel as Peter.
A fling, secret keeper.
And Jason as Desperado.
Hey, the nimble elf paladin.
And tonight we're telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era.
What?
Bum, bum, wah, wah, wah.
If you're hanging out watching our episodes, leave a comment. It'd be great to hear from you.
Yeah.
Like our videos, subscribe to our channel, those things. And we're typically posting our games on YouTube on Monday nights, but we've had a lot of schedule changes lately. We're usually pretty consistent despite what's been happening recently. So usually I'll have the games up, before 11 or so, 11 Pacific on Monday nights.
I mean, if you ever play D&D, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Life happens.
You know how it is.
And, of course, our content does include descriptions of graphic violence. We lost Jason's image, but...
Wow, so graphic. He died.
Yeah.
Jason's
It was too
dead.
graphic. It was too
He failed
graphic.
his death saves before we even got into the game.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
We hear
I
you.
can still hear you.
Oh,
yeah.
I hear his ghost.
My camera died.
It's like he's still here with us.
Just a second. I'll go to the other one for now.
He's just getting into character.
Ben, can we get the Ouija board out?
Let me finish this disclaimer regarding graphic violence and moderate language,
yes.
so please do be advised of that.
Yes.
And if you missed what happened on the last game and you don't want to, spend a long time catching up, Bodhi posts thorough but concise recaps that are quite enjoyable. So those come between sessions as well, so you can always check that out.
Very thorough.
Good way to get caught up.
It's what I do. I don't watch the show. I just watch the recaps.
Half of us
Please
are barely
watch.
here anyway. So.
I've got too many other
He's too
ones
important.
Last game when we left off, the group of you you've been fighting your way through a dungeon meant to serve as entertainment for Lady Jude, who is ruler of the Unseelie Court. And we have lost some adventurers along the way, but we've also met new ones, Jakra and Peter. And last session, you all were confronted with the puzzle of 3 dark hallways and a specific way to illuminate each tunnel, which is basically to form a circuit connecting the archways of the entrances of these tunnels to a glowing stone in the chamber. And so you essentially were relying on the center tunnel being illuminated, and then a demon was lurking within the darkness, trying to play basically a game of cat and mouse with you, trying to single you out and take you out. But you all did a good job of staying together and bringing light to these dark tunnels so that you could see this foe that was confronting you. And not only that, but you thought that you had found Commander Hawkins, Kevin Hawkins, who that is essentially your main goal right now, is to find the commander of the ATK army. But it turned out to be an imposter, and after you had gifted him his family relic and a powerful piece of armor, Commander Hawkins fled after attacking you. And so you know it must not be him, because at least 2 of you were friends with him, or friendly. And so that creature also returned during the fight, and Desperado ended up falling. And then the doppelganger and the demon retreated out of the tunnels into a chamber beyond. And so we'll pick up the game where Desperado is on the ground and unconscious, having failed 1 death saving throw. And the demon and the doppelganger have fled these tunnels, disappearing from sight. And we'll just jump right in there.
This might be a really bad time to ask this question, Ben, but did our new characters have any healing potions on them or anything?
You guys had the ability to take a common magic item. So if you didn't choose a healing potion, unfortunately, you will not.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair.
I
have a wand of pyrotechnics, if that helps.
Spray it on him, cauterize some wounds. Durian, after seeing I will say, very badly wounded demon and a just very confusing person that is the doppelganger, is going to rush to Desperado's side and pull out his own potion that he has on him to then feed to Desperado, so he doesn't bleed out and die, leaving him the only remaining OG member in this dungeon.
Yeah, you're a boss. Thanks, man.
So
is it just 10 hit? We like max? Is it max if we do it as an action? And if it's a bonus action, we roll. Is that right?
That's right.
Well, I'm certainly not letting anything spill, so I'll give you just a basic potion, but you only need 1.
That man.
Only need 1. I'm feeding it to you. It's like, wake up! Come on, wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Thank you, my friend. And I'll just as I kind of like sit up for a second, and I'll hand you back a potion that I had to replenish yours.
Oh, that makes okay. That's very good. I was kind of scared. That was it. All right.
What's where'd he go? Where did they go?
The only place we haven't been yet. The other way. And I point towards the end of the tunnel.
All right. I'll just get up for a minute, Ben. Just kind of get my bearings. Should we set all the lights on before we go?
I don't know if it'll matter if we get to the other side.
There. We can see down where we are right now, I guess, eh? And our new friends, are they okay?
I've taken a few hits, but I think I'll be all right.
Where's that little guy?
I would rather stand back a bit. I'm not the type to take the front line, if you will.
Yes, that's quite deadly from afar.
You would be able to see I'm definitely on my last leg.
You're kind of bleeding a lot. Are you?
Yeah, I am bloodied.
I have more holes in my body than I'm used to.
All right. I guess I'll go first, and I'll take my shield and Cyrus's warhammer, and I'll just start moving towards down the hallway to get to the end and kind of look inside this room and see if there's a demon about to hit me or a man in armor about to slap me in my face.
Do all 4 of you
Here.
follow, or the other 3 of you follow him, and all 4 of you go through the hallway?
Yes.
As we're walking, I'm going to use my last divine sense. Where'd it go? Divine sense.
If I can, Ben, I would like to use my allies to hide.
Range of 60 feet. I think I was able to use it before to detect the demon.
Yes, you do have to have line of sight on the creature that you're trying to detect.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
I thought it was like an aura thing. Did it say that?
It's
Hidden
blocked by
behind total cover.
walls. Yeah.
Okay, can I wouldn't do that if I couldn't see it. Then maybe
That's fine.
it's more of like kind of suss out something you can see, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My bad. Yep.
No worries. I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
Joel.
Hop in the DeLorean.
What did you say?
If I can, I'm gonna try to use like halfling nimbleness
Okay.
to hide behind my companions.
Ah, very good. Okay. And so the group of you have chased the demon through the darkness here. And these 3 hallways lead to a chamber that is about 30 by 30 feet. And much like the other chambers in the different wings of this dungeon, there's a chest on a pedestal at the far wall. But here you find the demon, hunkered over, grasping at its wounds, and the Commander Hawkins imposter is in the room as well. They are cornered now. As you... Go ahead.
It was just that we should strike while they're still injured.
Focus. Perhaps we focus our fire, my friends, and take one at a time.
And
Is
Commander
there-
Hawkins cries out as you enter the room, "Wait, spare me! I will help you strike down this demon."
Give back the armor and the sword. We're square.
I cannot give the sword, but the armor I will give you.
Can you tell us where the sword is? Where it went?
I cannot.
Do not have time for this. We'll negotiate afterwards. And I charge towards the demon.
Okay.
Do
it.
Jacra, you
Standing
rush
back
forward?
towards the opening, I'll ready my bow.
Okay.
I run straight for the demon. This thing's hurt. We got to attack now.
Okay, make your attack, Jacra.
After he
They
bolts,
run
I'm
in,
going
sort of
after
hop
him.
off of the side wall with the quarterstaff, both hands from above, and come down on its head
Okay.
with a 12.
Oh, okay. Though it is tending to its wounds, the demon shifts quickly and scowls at the doppelganger.
Can I get an unarmed strike in on it
Okay.
for like a bonus action?
Okay.
So they'll land with that miss and immediately just plant a foot and spin around with like a backwards roundhouse into the demon's face. 21 to hit.
And the demon's eyes flash wickedly as you strike it.
Terrible roll. That's a 5 points of
And
damage.
even though you feel as though you have not connected with your full force, the demon clutches its chest and slumps over, and there's a wisp of smoke, and the demon is gone, defeated.
I turn around and I look at the Hawkins impersonator and I sort of like take a battle stance again. And I go, "It appears we didn't need your help.
Well, I didn't intervene.
Now we'll be taking our armor and my friend's sword. Or I'll take your existence."
The armor I will give you willingly, but I will not tell you where the sword is hidden.
Not even like a hint?
If you can, if you wish, you can make insight checks.
I'll give it a go.
Of course, come
I would
to your
like
own
to.
conclusions if you prefer.
I mean, I kind of already have a guess at what happened.
All right, it's a 16 for Jacra.
I got a 14.
Okay. Desperado, you're coming up blank here. Peter, it looks like
Get
you're
my
relying
bearings.
on your own intuition.
I have
Desperado,
other,
this is
I
actually
have
Hawkins.
other ways of getting answers, even if they do not come willingly.
And you sense that this doppelganger has given you a clue in saying that the sword was hidden. So it must be hidden somewhere nearby. If you wish to
No.
infer that.
Well, you haven't covered a whole lot of ground since we saw you with the sword last, so I'm sure that after I scrape your corpse off my knuckles, it won't take me long to find it.
If I give you the sword, then I will die by the queen. No doubt.
If you don't give it to me, you'll die here.
Either way, I'm a dead man.
You know what?
Let's get it over with.
Let's just get. I mean, he did bamboozle us, and that did suck. But you know, he's willing to give the armor over, and he didn't do too much. So I'm willing to, look around the room a little bit.
As much as it pains me, my friend, I feel the same way. He's not aggressive on us. He just tried to escape. Although he did fell me in that tunnel. He does not fight right now, and so I struggled to raise my sword against him.
But he deceived you. He used your concern for your friends against you to rob you.
Yeah, it kind of just happens,
Don't understand, but this is your friend and this is your possessions, so I defer to your choice, though it confuses me.
And is he currently taking off the armor?
Yes, he begins to doff the armor.
As he's getting rid of the armor and he's taking it off, I'm gonna be like, come here, Chuck. I look over to the guy like, I'll calm him down, so he doesn't go like whoa on you, and I bring you over to maybe the entrance of the tunnel, and I whisper in your ear, like, look, once he takes off the armor, it's totally easier to kill this guy.
The deception from
as they're talking, Ben, I'll just keep my bow fixed on the doppelganger.
Okay.
I mean, we can get more answers from him.
I apologize. I'm not accustomed to your mannerisms yet, so I didn't get a read on your approach.
Well, I'm honestly fine with him getting away with this now, but I mean, if we want to get stuff from him, it's easier if he doesn't have anything on him,
Well, everyone's distracted, Ben. Can I try to find a hiding place?
Yes, you can hide in. You did not take the time to illuminate the darkened tunnels, so you could easily hide in the magical darkness, or this room is not well crafted, so you might be able to simply hide in a corner behind some rocks, that sort of thing.
If I can do that, I'll take that chance. Yeah.
Okay. You make a stealth check, please.
Okay.
And after I'm done explaining the funny prank to Jackro, I'm gonna move back with Desperado to keep an eye on the guy.
It takes a few minutes, of course, but the Hawkins doppelganger removes the armor and hands it to you, Durian.
Is he wearing any other clothes?
Just the tattered robes that you found him in.
So nothing that would have pockets, perhaps.
No.
Okay, I figured not. So I take the armor. Look, thank you. Put it in the bag for later. And so you described the room as 30 by 30, and there's a chest. Is there anything else that I've missed since then, or is it similar to the other rooms where there's a chest at the end and you open it up and there's the next?
Yes,
step.
It seems to be quite similar in design to the other rooms.
Well, I mean, I'll start looking, I guess, for that sword. And I'm just gonna go look around. I don't suppose there's any crates or other items in here except that chest.
There's the chest and the pedestal.
I'm gonna move the chest physically. I'm just gonna take it, move it off. I'm gonna lift the pedestal and see if there's anything underneath.
Peter, you seem like the kind of person that might know of some magical tricks.
You would not see me.
Oh, frig.
He's gone.
He's like, Peter.
Nonetheless, by moving the pedestal, you find the Hawkins family heirloom easily enough.
Yeah, I figured. I pick it up.
Okay. You have the sword.
Yeah, you definitely don't see me.
Oh,
I mean, there's only, what, 4 different places he could have hidden it around here.
Yeah, thought maybe it was.
You have your armor and your sword now. Will you hold up your end of the bargain?
Yes, we have no need for you now.
Honestly, yeah, I think you're good. Do you have like a name that you're going to tell us?
I have many names. I've forgotten my original name.
Oh, it's one of those deals.
I have been Hawkins for a few days.
Do you know where your originator is? The person you're supposed to be is? Is he anywhere in this place down here?
I don't follow you.
Where is the real Hawkins?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is he like down here in this dungeon, or you know where he is at all?
Hawkins made it through the Queen's obstacles. Yes, and he is being hunted, I believe. He was an honored guest at first, and then they made sport of him, like they're making sport of all of you.
So there's more after this. This isn't the hunting. This is like a This is like a trial before.
This is merely a game. Yes, for the entertainment of the Queen's guests. They watch us now.
almost like a proving ground, Durian. Like we're proving our worth for the next game.
I just kind of look up and I'd say, I mean, I've gotten this far. It can't be that bad, right? Oh, okay.
We're just the dogs in their dog fighting league.
Where did that little guy go? I wonder if he can open that chest for us.
I mean, I moved it. I don't think it's trapped.
Huh.
I don't know. Maybe it is trapped. Maybe it'll blow up if we open it. Anyone got a big stick to poke it with?
Like the end of your poleaxe?
Poleaxe?
Don't you use a halberd?
No.
Or a great axe or something? What is it?
My great axe is back there lighting up the tunnel currently.
Oh, fair.
I got this warhammer.
Hmm.
I can shoot it with a sling.
You open the chest easily enough. It doesn't seem to be
There you
trapped. Inside, there's a trinket. It has several faces on it.
Anything that, like, do I recognize it? Like the faces or the symbolism on it or anything?
As you hold the item in front of you, the faces seem similar to those upon the obelisk in the original chamber of the dungeon.
Perhaps the key.
No, like musical notes, no words being said. It's just this weird thing.
That's right.
Well, I kind of looked at everyone, not Peter, because I don't know where he's at, and this unnamed imposter. I say, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I guess we're cool now. We'll see ya. I just leave.
Yeah. Keep an eye on him as we walk out. I don't want to get ganked.
Well, I'm going to leave.
While they're
with you.
doing this, Ben.
I'm sorry. What's that, Joel?
While they're doing this, I wanna subtle spell cast. Second.
Guys being a little sneaker.
Detect thoughts. So I'm doing this as a subtle casting, using sorcery. Wait.
You can read the surface thoughts of the doppelganger, and you sense, he's it is afraid of what will happen to it when you all return to the Queen, but it knows that it was defeated by the group of you. So if it was not, avoiding death here was its best recourse.
I'm going to peer deeper into its mind.
Nice, man.
So it's gonna have to make a saving throw.
Your wisdom?
That's right.
Nice. Hey!
That is just a fail.
A 13,
You would need a
okay.
14.
I'm sorry. So, what information are you looking for here? Let's see.
On this one, I want to see if I can find the location of the sword.
We already have it.
Oh, that was a good idea, but yeah, it was easily hidden, or simply hidden, easily found.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Hey, you were
I
hidden.
picked it up immediately.
You discover that Durian found the sword.
Okay.
The guy think like, oh man, I thought I hit it well.
And you also
Can-
discover through reading the doppelganger's mind that the Queen would much like to obtain this sword.
But it doesn't know why.
It knows that
Or
it
does
belonged
it?
to Commander Hawkins, but it did not know, how to activate the sword's magic properly. He knows that the Queen would like to, have this as a trophy for them. Is his understanding.
And can I force, if I can, try to get its name, just to have it.
Dozens of names course through your mind, and none of them seem to have more importance than the others.
Interesting. Okay. That was slink back into the darkness.
That'll make it hard to get ID or anything like that. Or
I know, right? Like,
No?
As we're heading out, Jocker just turns around and goes, Peter, are you playing in the shadows again? We're heading out whenever you're ready. And
you just
they
hear it in your head. I'm watching.
Yes, I know. Don't worry, he'll follow.
Oh,
All
so
right,
this
my
is
friends.
this is his thing.
Yes, he likes to sulk about in the shadows. He's a bit of a sneaky little fella. It works out quite handy most of the time, actually.
But that's good to know that he isn't just leaving. Well, I guess we'll head back now, and
Yeah.
I'll head back through the tunnel. And once everyone passes through, I'll pick up my great axe from the
There you
floor that I was using to connect the light to the tunnel.
Okay,
And,
well, the hallways go dark behind you. You return to
I'm
the
just-
original chamber of the dungeon.
Just gonna follow like a few steps behind, and if I can, just continuously try to read its surface thoughts. Make sure that it's not gonna betray us within the next minute. It's how long the spell lasts.
Very good. You return to the original chamber, and there's the obelisk with 4 faces. And the 4th face of this statue activates, and it speaks to the group of you. Of course, this is what has been delivering the several various riddles. And it says, "The beginnings and ends of shadow lie between the light and darkness, and may be infinitely diminished and infinitely increased. Shadow is the means by which bodies display their form." And much like when the other faces became active, a brilliant light emits from its eyes, and the 4 torches in either corner of the chamber have been rekindled.
Shadow is the means by which bodies display their form.
Can I look at my shadow?
Yes.
Does it look like me?
It looks slender and wispy.
That's me.
I'm gonna look at this trinket that we have. Now, describe this in more detail. Is it just like a little miniature obelisk with like the faces on it, or is it something else?
It does appear to be carved from black onyx, and as you turn it, it does display a different face, and the faces seem to somewhat coordinate with the ones that are displayed on the obelisk in the center of the chamber.
And it's shining a light onto, like, the light coming out of the eyes hitting like the wall.
Yes, against
like
the
the
fourth
one did
wall that you
before?
have not traveled through yet. Correct.
Okay. Can I just go over and try to like push on the wall? Can I just pass through?
The wall appears to be solid and feels solid.
Is there like, can I like tap this little trinket thing? Is it hollow, or is it like carved from stone and completely like?
It seems
whole?
solid.
Seems solid. Okay, so there's not like a match or thing that we light in there. I'm gonna put it in front of the light and see with the face that's spewing out the light. Facing where the light is going. Put it in front of the light and see if it just goes through the little mouth on the trinket.
Yeah. Or maybe it's shadow if it casts a shadow.
As you hold the item and I'm sorry, which way are you facing it?
So I'm basically trying to match it one for one. So the face that's like shooting the light out is, say, like the face is facing north. I'm gonna take the little trinket and make sure the same face is facing north as I put it in the light.
Perhaps you shined on the door we have not opened yet, my friend.
It is on the door. We haven't opened yet.
Oh, you said the north door. I don't know that that's the door.
I was using that as example to like explain the orientation.
So you have both of the faces facing the same way, and as the light from the face shines past the trinket, you see that it basically takes the outline of this carving, and the outline appears as the shape of a passageway.
On the wall?
Can I test the wall again now that there's a passageway there? Is it passageable?
It is passageable, indeed.
No one go through it yet. I'm gonna take away the thing from the light. Does it go away?
Ah, my arm! No.
Yeah, it's like, how did you get away?
No, I pulled my arm out, yeah. Just be very clear about that.
The hallway remains. The passage remains.
Okay.
And you begin. The bricks become somewhat transparent. You see a hallway beyond.
Hey, magic
cautiously
is
walk
so
through.
confounding.
I gotta tell you, this was we had the most trouble on the first one. You guys weren't here for that, but it was a doozy.
Yeah, we did struggle with that. I mean, we
Everything
definitely got
else-
smart. Got smarter, Durian.
I think we had to. 8 and 11 intelligence.
Oh, my friends. Okay.
12 and 10.
Let's be on our.
Oh yeah.
We're so dumb.
Let's be on our guard.
I only have a 12 intelligence, but I'm proficient in multiple intelligence things.
Let's not tarry here, says Hawkins.
Oh, I mean that's kind of what we do, but all right. I'll go forward first. And everybody, I have a potion in this pocket right here, in case I die.
You see through the passageway. It leads to a chamber with a steep, slick rock face ascending.
Oh, not one of these again.
I
This
turn and
one
look
is-
at the.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I was just gonna say I turn around to look at the doppelganger and be like, "You've come through this way before. Is there any surprises that we should know about?"
They put me in here the same way that they put you in here.
So you haven't traversed this path.
I have not. I've been confined to that wing waiting for you.
Anyone have what type of gear do you two have? And I look towards Jakra and Peter.
Yeah.
What type of stuff you got on you? Run your pockets real quick. What do you have?
I've got your basic traveler's equipment, some pittons, some ropes, some rations. I have my quarterstaff, and I've got a handful of darts. I do have a wand of pyrotechnics that I can use to sort of make a distraction if we needed to, but that's
Nice.
I tend to travel light, so.
Actually, I understand. Yeah,
And I
okay, wait.
apologize. There is a thick, knotted rope descending from the darkness above, laying against the steep, slick rock face.
By the way, before we advance any further, I'm gonna go up to Jakra. I'm gonna hand them the +1 sling and the 7+1 bullets. I got big hands. I can't exactly use this very well, and I got these big javelins to throw.
Yes, this will work quite nicely. I could use these quite well. Thank you.
Yes.
It's very generous of you. I don't
You're not an
have a
imposter,
gift
right?
to give you. No, I don't have anything.
That's
to give
good
you in
enough gift in
exchange.
exchange. Just don't, if I die, put a potion in my
The
mouth.
doppelganger
All I
snickers.
ask.
Helping us,
a life
helping
dead
us,
it is. I shall say.
helping us get out of here
It's a
is
bit
gift enough.
Much for a sling, but all right.
Well, my friends, shall we dilly-dally or shall we try and make our way up this?
I'll try climbing first. I'm gonna look at this rope. Is it frayed? Where, there's some fibers that look like it's gonna snap if I, tug on this thing with all my weight, or is it sturdy?
Make a perception check, please.
I'm gonna highly perceive this rope. Just you wait. 14's not bad.
The rope seems quite sturdy.
Does it smell like it's been laced in any sort of flammable material?
I smell oil.
You can make a perception check, Desperado.
Okay.
That's a good ask. That's a good ask.
That is a good ask. How many pieces of ammo did I get for the sling?
Six or seven.
It's 7+1 bullets. I'm sure you can just find some rocks to just use.
Yeah, but 7+1s.
7 special ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Matched Durian's 14 with the 14.
You don't smell any of the oils or anything like that on this rope. It just has a natural smell to it.
Okay, and the facing that it's a light laying on, it's slick because it's wet, or it's greased, or
It is shiny as though it is wet.
I'm gonna take
The rope is close enough to the wall that you would have smelled any kind of oils if they were upon that as well.
Let me look around just to see if there are any other passageways, because it sounds, maybe, my friends, like as we ascend, there may be some strong rushing water that may descend.
Yeah, there are holes in the walls that pixies are gonna shoot at us from.
You look around, this seems to be
This is the way?
the only way up. There don't seem to be any drains in this room either.
Looking up the can we see up the slope? Like, are there places to stop along the way, or it's just a straight shot into the nothing, or wherever it goes?
The cavern is roughly hewn, so you can see, follow this perhaps 40, 50 feet into the darkness, and then it disappears from view.
Sure.
What's the roof like? Is the roof? So it's it's a room chamber, and then there's I assume a steep wall that's slick
Yes,
with the
and
rope.
The roof is carved away to allow room for even a giant could climb up this. Small giant.
And it is like, does it follow the ramp in steepness and angle?
It does. Seems to be a passage designed around climbing this wall, this rope.
And on the ground around at the base where we are, Are there like is it cluttered with rocks and things, or is it fairly tidy?
It is fairly clear. There is puddles near the base of the sheer wall.
Okay. Well, it looks to my friends like perhaps some water might rush down. I was wondering if it maybe. I mean, it'd be funny if someone wanted to roll a bunch of rocks down as we were climbing up. It doesn't seem to be the case. It might be more water related.
How
That's
high is it to the ceiling?
15 feet.
Yeah, I'm 8 feet. I could.
I'll go and check it out. If anything happens, I can get off the rope quickly. I can get out of the way. It's fine. I've got it.
Okay.
And Chakra will grab the rope and start climbing up.
Okay.
As you're going on, my lady will guide you and give you guidance.
You climb easily enough. It's not skillfully difficult. The rope is knotted, but it does become a bit tiring.
Trap.
You climb until your allies disappear in the darkness below you.
I'm gonna follow behind on the behind Jakra once we notice that he's kind of going out of sight.
Okay.
Just a goof, I guess.
Durian, do you follow?
I don't like the way you're smiling at me when you ask that. I guess I'll go. I'll wait. I'll wait till he's like, till Desperado's like, 3/4 of the way up, and then I'll start my ascent. Very suspicious as I start climbing.
Peter, as you're keeping an eye on the doppelganger, you see it regard you. Now the two of you are alone at the base of this rope.
You don't say.
It says to you, well, you or me next.
Go.
You see a flicker as though it is considering a different course of action. And then the Hawkins doppelganger begins to climb the rope, following the rest of your party.
I think if it wasn't clear, I would have been like clutching my my wand behind my back.
Okay.
Just ready to go. Yeah. Seeing him climb up, I walk up towards the rope and I consider like jostling it around. Before, yeah, just consider it. Like, oh, that would feel so good. But then I'm like, and then he would land on me, and that would probably be enough to knock me unconscious. So I'm just gonna start climbing up.
Okay. You climb for a few minutes and continue climbing into the darkness, and you begin to tire, the group of you. Like I
weigh
said,
30 pounds, man. I don't know about you.
like I said, it is not skillfully difficult, but it is draining. Even with weighing 30 pounds with an 8 strength proportionately.
That's like pretty jacked for
This is a difficult climb. If you guys would all please make Constitution saving throws as you climb.
Please don't fall on top of me.
Oh. No!
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this.
Okay.
Oh no!
Now I'm scared.
Don't worry, guys. There was nothing I could have done
guess
but
I didn't
click the
need it.
button.
But it's all right. It's a 20 and a 5.
13.
Why do I always fail these? I have the most. I got a
Durian,
1.
you've been climbing for a couple of minutes now, and fatigue is really setting in. You'll gain 2 levels of exhaustion.
You know what it is?
2? Oof.
What it really is that like I thought I was so confident that this is going to be such an easy climb for me. I did not pace myself at all, so I'm just going, oh. 5 minutes later, oh, I messed up.
The group of you continue your climb, and after some time, you see a dim light ahead, and you feel cool air begin to pass your face. You smell fresh, verdant greenery. You crest a landing, and there's a short passage that leads you out of the mouth of a cave. There's a small exit to this cave as if carved by a miner, and as you exit, the air is fresh and moist. A silvery light penetrates the canopy above you. The canopy seems to be hundreds of feet above. On either side of you is thick, tangled wood, several feet thick, massive roots forming walls along a clear path before you. Rain like mist falls upon and around you. You feel refreshed, as if you have slept well and hard through the night as you breathe in this air. So, gain the benefits of an extended rest.
Wow. Do I get rid of an exhaustion level from that?
1 exhaustion level, yes.
Okay, so I still suck at some stuff, but I can move.
Now, as you continue down the path, you begin to hear playful music, muffled by the din of conversation, and you smell something like stew, garlic, onions, roots, mushrooms, and some kind of meat. Unfamiliar but sweet smelling. The mist begins to coalesce and form huge drops that splash down upon the road. Sometimes they splash upon your head like massive buckets upon you. And you see a clearing ahead. Elves, fairies, satyr, gnomes, and a variety of creature people frolic merrily in the mist. There are rainbows of dark violet, blood orange, and emerald green, fading in and out above dancing torch lights. Hawkins' doppelganger says, "Oh, we made it back to the party."
Are you gonna, immediately betray us? Or are you gonna, give us some time? Or... I mean, what happens now?
I will see what my fate is from my queen. I have failed her.
I mean, you can say it was pretty funny that we gave you such powerful items with seeming insight at all, and that was pretty funny. If they're going for an entertainment thing, and you made us run around in a bunch of tunnels.
Yes, hopefully she was entertained. Of course, that's why I was put there.
I'd say you did your job admirably.
Fighting aside, I wish you well and no ill will.
That is kind of you.
I do not share his kindness, and I will snap your neck if you look at us the wrong way.
He was just placed in this fun house, the same as the rest of us. One is fighting for his life like we were. Do
you even get paid for this?
You could learn some empathy from your friends, Chakra.
And you said he doesn't have pockets?
No pockets, just a tattered robe.
Next time.
No, there's nothing to steal. Good ask, though. Good ask.
He walks into the clearing ahead.
Before we get any further into this jolly place we found ourselves in, is there anything that me, Durian, and Orc would know about the Feywild that I know is troublesome? How much do I know about this place in particular? How things are run, how things go? I'm just an orc. I don't know how much I would know.
No doubt you've heard stories of wicked fairy tricksters and their devious ways.
I heard any stories about anyone being nice? Or is it all just bad?
In your character prompt, did I ask you guys to think of a way that you had been tricked by
Yes.
creatures?
I remember that.
Okay. So that might be the foundation for your knowledge of this place. I know Jacques and Peter did not entertain that as far as during your character creation because you joined later. But Jacques and Peter, have already been to the hunt.
We have our own. Yeah, we have our own history with them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna cling on to Durian, and I'll just whisper to him, in his mind. Don't worry, I'll keep you safe from their mental magics.
Thank you. I try to respond.
You just make sure you stand next to me.
All right. And as soon as you're done touching me, I check my pockets.
You're so smart. You're getting good.
I don't know anymore.
I'm just trying not to be lunch.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have no context for that whatsoever. We don't know. Okay, so I guess I don't know. You two know what's going on here? I ask the two newcomers. You look pretty out there for like a normal place. I mean, you're made of wind. You can't begrudge me that, okay?
I'm not made of wind. My body is infused with the elemental power of the wind from which I was born.
You're a cloud.
Fine, yes, I'm a cloud.
You guys know anything about this place? I just point to all of it.
Does this place specifically? I imagine it does look familiar to me, right?
Yes, you have been, to this party, essentially, and you might even see some familiar faces out there. This is where you were before you agreed or were forced to join the others in the dungeon.
I have friends. They don't make themselves known. It is unwise to stand out here.
All I can say, Durian, is I wouldn't really be trusting anyone.
I mean, I learned that lesson.
Yeah. I've never. That's the extent of my knowledge of this place, and that's only to say that I know the tricks that they play, and I've experienced it, and do not wish to experience it again.
It's quite simple. The Fae are very literal. Also, don't trust anyone while we're here, including each other. Now, there is someone here that I do need to speak with. But, we'll get there soon enough.
I mean, and it kind of goes without saying to him, but it may not be. I mean, it might try and hide that sword again, though. If we are being watched, it may already be, or not. But
I'm kind of operating underneath the assumption that, I did my best, but it wasn't enough. But I'm still going to, keep it wrapped up in all this cloth and such.
Anyway, yeah, that's all we can do, my friend. I mean, I'm sure the power of these beings is beyond us.
So, I'm gonna crouch down next to the Peter. But your friends, do they know do they know a lot of stuff, or are they just like friends you drink with, or what type of friends are these?
I mean, if it's the friends you drink with, you often would know more because people lose lips with the drinks, if I'm not mistaken. Some of the best stories come out of as the drinks start to flow.
The Fey courts are no different than the courts of men. They are hungry sharks looking for carcasses. I would be wary of any of them.
The shark people?
Yes, but surely among them there are some who also have grudges against others that we might want to exploit.
The enemies of our enemies.
They are not a united front. They are hungry for power and eager to betray each other.
With that, let's take a short break, About 12 minutes, as long as our interlude plays for, and then we'll be back and continue the game there.
Nice.
The sound of a hammer striking an anvil echoes across the room as Cyrus Hammerhand steps forward. His sturdy boots heavy against the stone floor. His broad, muscular frame is covered in soot, and the marks of countless hours at the forge. His gruff voice is steady, like the rhythmic pounding of a blacksmith. Ah, so you're curious about me, eh? Name's Cyrus Hammerhand. I come from Mount Hammer, the finest mountain you'll ever lay your eyes on. Raised in the forge, you could say. My hands, these hands, aren't just for shaking or holding a mug. They were made for shaping, crafting, making something that'll last. For years, I worked the forge. Hammered steel, shaped the finest weapons and armors you could ever ask for. There was no finer craftsman in the mountain, and that's the truth. But somewhere along the way, I saw the world around me. I realized that the work I was doing, the tools, the weapons, the armor, it was all for the wrong reasons. The world was raging, just like the fires in my forge after a long day's work. People fighting over petty things, kingdoms crumbling, lives shattered. I knew I had to do something. Fixing the world needed more than just hammers and anvils. It needed hands, steady hands, to guide it back into balance. So I picked up my hammer, a different kind of tool, a holy symbol of Brahm, the true forger and my guide. I'm still a craftsman at heart, don't get me wrong, but now my craft is more than just metal. It's people. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. That's what I do. I fix things. I heal the wounds of the world, one hammer blow at a time, until it's whole again. And if you're ready to join me, well, there's always room for a few more hands in the forge.
Hey, yay! Yeah, how you doing? Scuzz is my name. I got a simple sort of life, sort of at the beginning. You know, I was born one of triplets, the youngest one. I got my brothers Scud and Skull. Pretty cool guys. Skull's a pretty tough fella. He's a tough guy. But Scud's cool though. He's a nice one. Anyway, Scud always had the brains, and Skull always had sort of the brawn, and I was always sort of just like the other one. I've eventually sort of found my way though in our basic little goblin raiding clans is what the goblins do that can't really do much else of anything. So that's where I found myself doing some little raids, a little pillaging here and there, until one day I found this lovely little deck of cards amongst some things. Dug through one of the cards, started looking at them, went to pluck one out, and this other goblin fella in the raid group, he snatched him out from me, and he pulled one of the cards out. You know, that card turned into a beautiful, like, magical sword. He started swinging it around, started acting all tough about it, and showing off and everything. And somebody else grabs another one of the cards. He pulls one out, and but that one was weird though, because he pulled that one out, and this weird demon guy popped out and just smashed him, and then vanished. Strangest thing I ever saw. So I finally get the cards back. I pluck one out, and it just poof disappears out of nowhere. I felt this like weird sort of feeling in my brain, but like it didn't really do anything. And until later on that day, because for some reason I kept thinking to myself like something's weird about this, but I just too dang stupid to understand it. So I finally was just like, golly, I wish I knew what that thing was. And I wish I was just smart enough to understand how this magic stuff sort of works. And next thing I knew, it all made sense. I started seeing the weave, the magical energy of the world, but like seeing as it functions, like mechanically. And I'm able to manipulate it in these different ways now. I don't know why that wish I made sort of came true, like a magical sort of thing. Anyway, so after that happened, I left the clan. I did a little time as a doing a little merchant shopping or a little merchant working, a little maintenance upkeep, things like that, and eventually found my way into adventuring. There's a lot of money in there. A lot of people need things and do that sort of thing, and you sort of help people out a little bit. So that's what I do now. I'm for hire if you need me too, by the way.
I was with my pa in the woods, hunting for food on a long trip away from home. I was gored by a boar, and I was a little confused, and I was very sad. I took his book he scratched letters into, and so I could learn more about him. He didn't really talk a lot about anything. He was an orc of few words. I took his book and I headed to find someone smart that could help me understand what all these letters mean and what words they make. Nobody seemed to understand or make sense of the scratches except a mage who was up and coming, and he seemed like he could help me understand what was going on here. He said he could cast a spell that would help me learn, but it costs a lot of money, and I didn't have any money. So I went to go north to the New World in search of knowledge or money, and the first place I got to was a nice farm run by a nice old couple, the Hopkins. The man of the farm who ran it, he would give me some of his free time when he had it to help me learn how to read Common, which was, not what was in my father's book, as I learned later. But he couldn't give me all his time, so he had his son Kevin teach me. He was nice. He was pretty mean sometimes, but it was a good experience. Soon after, I left the farm to go wander and look for other orcs that have been spotted, and then maybe I could learn from them. I got some help from a small little goblin named Glasses. I helped him out once when he's getting stomped by some orcs, and some other goblins, and I asked him if he's seen any other orcs running around, and he seemed to let me know whenever he was in the area. I met some okay people I went to go do some jobs with, and then I just stuck with them when all my leads ran empty. There was a dwarf, a goblin guy, and like a weird wood elf that spoke funny. We're cool.
So usually these sorts of stories begin with a young, jovial character thrust into a life-changing scenario, setting them on some kind of unplanned trajectory. But they aren't usually embarrassing or humiliating. Oh wait, my apologies. I should introduce myself first. I'm Desperado Phineas Theos, the third of my name, after my grandfather and my great-great-grandfather. My older brother, Silverado, you might have heard of him. He did some pretty great things for the people of Gira. He left some time ago, a few years ago now, hasn't been heard from in quite a while. Our village, sits within the Redwood Forest, just on the edge of Dunsmuir Lake. Anyway, Silverado's leaving home for me was really tough. I thought we'd be in the forest together forever, our families growing up together. But after he set off, I realized I needed to find my place in this world too. I just wasn't sure what that looked like. I wasn't sure what that might be. And my friends and I, we spent most of our time just messing around on the shores of the Dunsmuir, like any, young elf might do. When we weren't in school or training, that is. Usually these times on the lake were involved the weird games, always involved lots of wine. Not the junk from around here, the good stuff, good elven stuff. But on one sunny afternoon, everything kind of changed for me. It was a day like any other. It was sunny. It was nice. We were on the lake, between swigs of wine, knots of the good bread. Wine was a bit off. We paid it no mind though. It didn't matter. But I'll never forget that giggling, cackling sound. It still haunts me. We were laying there with our dipping our toes in the water, staring at the sky. Those days when you're just trying to avoid the world and that's catching up to you. It was one of those times all of a sudden I began to realize something was amiss. Not quite right. I couldn't wiggle my toes, my fingers. I couldn't turn my head. I couldn't move my arms or legs. I wasn't quite sure what had happened. None of us could move, but we could see and we could hear quite well. I could hear really well. You know how they say when you lose one sense, all your other sense are heightened. They're very right. The dancing and the laughing and cackling sound all around us. I couldn't tell what they were. I found out later from my father they're called bogles, tricksy little fey creatures. Anyway, they took everything. They took everything from us: our food, our coins, our clothes, our dignity. By the time I could move again, they were gone. There was no trace of them. There we were on the shore of the Dunsmuir, naked, exposed, robbed, and humiliated. I promised myself I'd never let my guard down like that again, especially around Fays. And after that experience, I took my training much more seriously. It opened my eyes to the world and the things that are around us. Nothing is as it seems in our world, and even in times of peace, things can change in an instant, it seems. After the thing with the boggles, I kind of developed this issue with others touching my food. I trained in the community kitchens and learned some really good elven cuisine. I became a pretty accomplished chef, you know. But when I wasn't in the kitchens, instead of spending my time at the lake, I practiced with my bow and my blades. I hoped that I wouldn't ever need to use them, but I wanted to be prepared in the event that I did. And it was around that time that the lady in the lake came to me. Apparently, she'd been watching me. I had no idea, but the first time I saw her, she appeared as this regal elven maiden, wearing this fairly pristine sylvan plate mail. She talked to me about how she was ready to take on a champion, someone to carry on her mantle. She would spar with me, and she helped me hone my skills with my bow and my blade. She told me about how she was one of the protectors of my people long ago, a great knight. No idea. She fought in the great battle of the Redwood Forest, the one that gave Redwood its name. You know, she was a real great warrior, and she fought bravely in that battle. She had eventually fallen, but Dunsmuir favored her, and her spirit lives on in the lake. She watches over our kin and in service of him in Dunsmuir. She asked if I could prove my worth. She would empower me to do great things. She asked me to seek out one of Dunsmuir's most faithful followers, my brother, actually, Silverado. She says he's lost but not gone, and that's what brings me here.
Which is fine, because they can have that.
Yeah.
You don't have trash collectors, you get Gotham.
And yeah, absolutely. We'll jump right back into the game here.
Right.
You guys have basically, found the Feast of the Moon, this clearing before you. And
we get the sense we're in the presence of the queen. This is like the queen's domain, Ben, or we're encroaching on it.
Absolutely.
I'll take my hat off and just kind of like have it under my arm.
Okay. As the group of you enter the clearing before you, dozens of heads turn your way. Horned, winged, furred people look with beady, wide, and cat-like eyes, and then there are a mix of cheers and boos. At your arrival, the crowd seems split into three groups of similar proportion. One part elated, one part agitated, and another part indifferent. You get the sense that some of them may have had a stake in your adventure in the dungeon below. Two goblins in brown corduroy suits approach, carefully balancing platters. One with black glass goblets of bubbling liquid, the other with skewers of pink seared meat adorned with cherries and roasted garlic. "Compliments of the queen," says the first goblin, and the pair bow slightly and proffer their delicacies.
Well, thank you.
Right.
And I'll take some from, and just kind of like nod my head, bow my head a little bit. Thank you.
I'll take a durian out of my pack, and I'd be like, I think I deserve this, and I'm gonna take a bite into it and go.
Oh,
and
that's
a very stinky smell comes out of it, and I offer it to the goblins like, "You want some?"
They inhale
My friends,
deeply through their
don't
noses.
be disrespectful though.
Smells delicious.
Yeah, take a bite. Go for it.
And one of them takes their free hand and holds the durian, takes a big bite of it, and smiles widely with its wicked-toothed grin.
It's good, right? It's good.
Delicious.
Hey, let your friend have some.
He says, "Not my friend."
Oh, but I take it back and I give it to the other guy for him to
Okay,
eat.
fair enough. Who takes a drink? Who takes meat?
I gotta ask Ben.
I got my durian.
Just based off where we are, does that meat look familiar?
You have a sneaking suspicion of what this meat may be, Peter.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Perhaps you notice
Young
Peter's
Peter.
hesitation.
That's John.
Gentlemen, please do not eat or drink anything while we are here.
That's who?
I'm not eating, but you should. I think if we don't accept, it might incur some wrath.
I mean, I gave them food. Is that good? It was good food.
I will
too.
take a skewer of meat and a glass. I'm saying, be like, tell the queen that we graciously accept and appreciate her offer.
Okay.
I'll echo my friend's sentiments and follow suit as well.
I'll take a skewer of meat and I'm like flicking off like onions and stuff that's on it, and I'm gonna hang it from my pack to dry out into jerky for later.
Just don't develop a taste for it.
I look at you and I lick my lips.
Oh dear.
Chris, I did send you a Discord message.
Yeah.
Heck, I'm
Yeah,
a little hungry looking at you, Peter. I don't know why.
There are dozens, perhaps scores of fairy people gathered here. And though some have no doubt lost coin, trinkets, or charms based on your victory, others have of course won at the expense of your travails. So, here at this party, as likely as you are to encounter somebody who despises you, so you encounter an equal number who wish to entertain you, offer pleasantries, or buy you drinks.
Whether the conversations are mad or open or like welcoming for us, either way, Jakra keeps any interactions with them like polite but curt, short, and just very no thank you. We must speak with someone and just trying to keep moving.
Hey, Jakra, are these like noble people? Like this is a court.
Many of them are, but as with any court, a few jesters tend to make their way in as well.
I might just sip from my own wineskin, Ben.
Okay. And above the clearing, tall, looming tree creatures hold their branches across the clearing, and the huge drops of water splash and break upon the branches and fall as mist upon the party gathered below. Drinks.
As we're
food.
passing.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, as we're like passing through and everything, at some point, if we pass by like a little table or some like an empty tray somewhere or something like that, Jocker will drop off that glass and skewer untouched.
Okay.
They did not actually consume any.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like a custom, and I put mine back too. I don't know what's going on here.
If we're being surrounded by these guys, can I try to be like sneaky and maybe pick a pocket if I can?
Absolutely.
Among all the distraction,
Yes.
I'm just running between feet. They don't see me.
Did anybody give him the gloves yet?
I don't know if we need to.
It's funny that this behavior is probably more tolerated here than anywhere else.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is like a jest,
unless you pick the wrong pocket.
Yeah, unless you pick a bad target, then. Good luck.
12.
Peter, make for me a sleight of hand check, please.
I just did. It's 12.
The elf whose pocket your small hand buries into grabs your wrist. No, that won't do. You've won me coin. I don't wish to lose it so easily.
Well, this one's on me. I do have to work on my skills, it seems.
And
thank
Peter,
you for the practice.
Has kind of drifted apart from the party, and the group of you are also entertaining your own conversations. You're, in eyesight of each other, but there are many here who wish to speak with you, celebrate your victory, and so forth. And so what I would like to do at this point is actually send 3 of you to the waiting room here, and we'll start with just Peter and I. We'll see what unfolds here. See what I can do as far as making this a transition.
Oh, it really worked.
I shouldn't have gone away from the scene, but I didn't know what to do there. Okay. And Peter, the elf, releases your wrist and settles onto the seat next to you. This is just a thick log standing on end. They told me not to waste my money on a halfling, that it was a fool's errand, but I knew better. I want some good coin based on your bravery. What was that magic that you used against the demon?
What was it? Oh, I remember that spell. Yes. Chromatic orb.
Oh, it was lovely too.
Wasn't it? There is a man of culture like yourself. I could see why you would enjoy that.
And I would love to learn more about you. Won't you sit for a spell?
For a spell. I like it. Yes, of course. What would you like to talk about?
He gestures to the log next to him.
I'll sit down, yeah.
Well, which spell then?
Which spell would you like?
Oh, I'd enjoy that chromatic orb quite finely.
I'm gonna use it almost as a pyrotechnic display.
Okay.
But I'm gonna burn a sorcery point to cast it subtly as a subtle spell.
What is the purpose of casting it as a subtle spell?
So the idea is there's no vocal or somatic components to the spell, right? So it appears as if I'm doing it just with my mind. I would imagine this is very different from how a normal mage would cast it.
Okay.
Did you catch that? Did you see how I did it?
Oh, it was quite nice. And did you use acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder?
Ooh. I think my favorite would probably be flame.
That is remarkable. Thank you for that. I will quite enjoy having this spell. Well, and he continues to chat with you. You feel as though something has been lost to you. As the conversation continues.
This place has a way of taking things from you. I think I would be used to this feeling by now.
Well, I would feel terrible if I didn't split some of my earnings with you. But then maybe not that bad. However, I do feel obligated to tell you, because you have won me so much money, the Queen has sent hunters to find your kindred. She thinks that she knows where they may be.
See. Well, as we all know, the Queen has a way of obtaining everything she wants. There's very little any of us can do to stop that from happening.
Yes, if you make quick of it, you might find the hunters.
Some would say, as it should be, right?
Yes.
I would certainly not be in any rush to earn her ire, but I do appreciate the information.
Of course, of course. Won't you have a drink? And the elf offers you a goblet of wine.
Is he drinking?
He sees your hesitation, takes a drink from the very goblet that he offers to you.
I'll take a swig, yeah. You're very kind, my friend.
I'll enjoy it, and perhaps we'll meet up later. And
perhaps.
The elf excuses himself. I'm going to put you in the waiting room and bring somebody else in.
Okay. Don't hate me, Ben. As he leaves, I'm gonna make another attempt
to pick his pocket. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, should it be a disadvantage because he's expecting it? But I think he is almost not. He's like so confident in himself now. So go ahead, please. Make a sleight of hand check.
I'm gonna go beyond that. I'm gonna use a luck point to do this at advantage.
Oh, very good. Cool. Okay.
I mean, I feel like I've lost something. It would be such a shame if I come out of it empty-handed. A 20.
20. A very good roll. Your hand goes into precisely the right pocket, and you find a satchel of coins. I'm going to roll 4 d12s. 4 d20s, and that'll be how many gold coins you find.
Take it.
44 gold coins.
That is a hefty sum. I will gladly take that.
Very good.
Sometimes you gotta risk it.
You gotta go for it. Get something out of it.
Yeah, of course. I feel so alive.
I'm gonna trade you out now. Well done.
Okay.
See if Jason's ready. Hey, Jason. Welcome. I got you in here.
Dude.
I'm not sure how this is going to go, switching everybody out, but this is what's happening.
I think I just got fireballed.
Oh, yeah. So, you must be at least somewhat enjoying the company that you're, entertaining, coming into contact with.
Yeah, I think so. I'm a bit worried about, I've been, the food would scare me, having experiences of being tricked by Fey creatures with having drinks spiked and things. So I think that is his biggest apprehension.
Sure, and you've noticed Jacra, not partaking, as well as Peter, and they're familiar with this place, so that could even lend itself to your suspicions.
Exactly.
As you're enjoying the party, a portly gnome approaches you, and at first his red cap reminds you of the red caps you defeated below, but it's dry and has a joviality to it, and of course so it is not drenched in blood. Amazing work down there, and I am sorry for your friends, by the way.
Same. I I appreciate your sentiments. Yeah, it's tough.
Yes. But you made it out. That is good. What did you find most difficult about the Queen's dungeon?
What did I find most difficult? I guess for myself personally, it's the puzzles were quite intriguing that she had put in place. You know, the obelisk, the obelisk room was quite intriguing.
Oh, she is so clever.
Yes, yes, very much. It was very clear that a lot of thought had gone into building that. I don't know what you call it. Trap puzzle.
Yes, and a new riddle every time. So the next ones, they have no way of knowing.
Yes, much so.
Now, I have heard that you are an excellent cook.
Interesting. Word must travel. I know my way around the kitchen for sure.
The food here I do not like. Don't tell, please. The Queen, she quite loves the meat, but they make it from the halfling, and I can't help but see myself on the dinner plate when they offer the meat.
Sorry, did you say they make it from halflings or for halflings?
No, from the halflings. Yes, the meat. They cook the halflings. Yes. I am but half stature as well, but I am not a real halfling. I am a gnome.
Hey. A long way from Ohm, it seemed too. Are you from here, or where is Ohm for you?
I come from here and there. I like it here a lot. I have made my home here now for. We have had the feast now a couple of months, I think, and having a great time, really, except for the meat. I was thinking I would prepare steaks for the party tonight. Will you give me a hand?
It would be my pleasure. Absolutely. Yes.
And he extends his hand in greeting to shake.
Yeah. Absolutely. I nod my head to him. Yes. Do you find it? It's funny, you know. I grew up in the forests of the redwood, and yet I feel out of place here. Do you feel safe? Is there? What should I feel like I'm? What is there anything you can tell me that I might?
Oh, the safe. Usually keeping my wits about me, but you know, the Queen. She liked my cooking a little. You know, she liked the halfling. She liked the way I'm making the elk steak too. So I make myself useful, cause otherwise I find myself in the dungeon, and I am not brilliant swordsman like you.
I appreciate your sentiments. So if I understand what you're saying, it's that you proving yourself useful. Otherwise, they find a use for you.
Right. Yes, you will be the butt of 1,000 jokes, and then it would not be a nice place to stay. But so far, I really enjoy, and yes, I do like it here.
Well, I would be more than happy to help you with the cooking. Yeah. What is the meat you have? As you say, it was elk.
Yes, elk steaks. Yes, let me show you to my fire.
Right.
And the gnome leads you off to the side of the party a little bit, and that's where you and I will part ways. I'm going to bring somebody else in here and send you back to the waiting room.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Good job. Sorry for the awkward transitions here. Just trying to. I think Chris is coming in. Let's see how this works here. Says he's joining. See if he's still at his computer here. Probably should have mentioned to the players, just wait by your computer. Oh, hey Chris, how you doing? Welcome.
Hey.
I've got you back here.
All right.
So I picture you are, somewhat enjoying the party, although you have elected not to eat any of the the meat or drink any of the drink. Do I have that right?
Yes, that is correct.
With two curled horns and a furry face, a satyr stumbles drunkenly towards you, holding a large jug, and he drinks deeply of it. Been watching you, and you made some new friends, yes?
You could say that, I suppose, yes.
Well, what's for one more? And the satyr offers you the large jug, wine dribbling down his bearded chin.
My goodness, that's so generous of you. I just finished some, though, and it seems you're enjoying that so much. I don't want to take from your pleasantries.
Well, I won some coin off you. I'd love to share with you. This is what I have.
As well. I suppose how could I say no to that, right? Sure. Can I try Can I try to fake drink it?
Yeah, make a deception check for me, please.
Deception check. Okay. I was really hoping you were going to say sleight of hand. 3.
He nods at you knowingly. If you don't want to drink, that's all right. It's all right. I appreciate
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying I don't want to be rude. You understand?
I wouldn't trust anybody having just come from there either, so it's really all right.
Your understanding is greatly appreciated.
Now I have another wager. What did you do to end up there in the dungeon? Me and my friends bet on it that you went there willingly, is what I say. They say no way.
Well, tell your friends they owe you some more coin.
Brilliant. And I meant to mention that, you're good at keeping an eye out, but that demon, it was all over you, in front of you, behind you, then gone. What was it like?
Well, it was frightening. I mean, battling a demon is not going to be anything much less than that. But what's important is that we maintain focus in adversity, and through channeling my own patience through my fear, I was able to overcome. You have to make the right choices, the right moment.
Focus, you say? I bet you wish you had eyes in the back of your head.
The 2 eyes I have where they are do me just well enough.
Well, fair enough. If you won't drink, then I'll go find some that will drink with me. But if I ask you later, you tell them the same thing that you told me, that you went there of your own volition.
I will gladly tell them.
Thank you, Chris. I'm going to send you back to the waiting room. Good job.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Bodhi, I got you back here. So you're somewhat enjoying yourself at the party, and these people take, quite a liking to the durians that you may have offered them, or ask you for one. In fact, would you see yourself sharing more of those, or just the one?
I think I would definitely keep a few in my bag, but I'm in an unfamiliar place where I don't know the customs, and no one got mad at me for giving food, and it seems like something that people are doing, so I'll give out some durians. I mean, they're pretty big, so you can break one into multiple pieces and share it amongst a crowd.
You see one is passed to a tall mushroom stalk, but it doesn't seem to have a mouth, so it simply passes it on. And this tall mushroom stalk with a thin cap ambles towards you with a slanted gait. It has 2 slits for eyes, and its stalk split at the bottom as feet or legs. And as it gets close to you, you feel its presence in your mind. It says, "You're making me slimy. Even being near you, I feel uncomfortably warm. Why do you sweat so?"
Oh. Well, surprisingly, not the first interaction I've had with a person of your caliber. I got this rock that makes everything like pretty warm. I can't turn it off. I was looking into a way to make it, turn off and on, but I just kept it on me because as you see, and I look to myself, I don't wear much, so it gets a little cold sometimes.
You smell rank but sweet. What is that scent?
I sniff myself.
That is it.
I don't know if the rank part is probably me. The sweet might be the fruit that's being passed around. Although, I don't know. Maybe you think my sweat smells sweet.
The queen
I
has
have
said
no idea.
I smell earthy myself.
Nothing wrong with that.
What do you think of our queen? It is quite evil what she tried to do to you.
And this is all telepathic, right?
Right, you feel as though your words will not be overheard.
I haven't been. Her people have stopped me from, trying to go on like a personal journey type of deal. They interfered with that a little bit. Obviously, 2 of my friends died in that dungeon, which sucked pretty bad. But we all made the choice to come here, so not exactly as if we were kidnapped. I don't like her. If base level, I don't like her. She's mean, and she's working with some people that I also don't like, but they're okay with me, so it's a little weird.
I don't like her either, and I witnessed your struggle in the dungeons below.
That was pretty bad. I tried to use every bit I got.
I have let's say, the ear of one who is close to the queen. If you like, I can give him a piece of your mind.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, that is a common saying, isn't it?
I mean, you're speaking to me through our minds. So, I mean, you can tell him what I think, and I can like meet up with him. I'm fine to talk to people. I'm not against it.
So that is a yes.
Can I roll insight to see if I'm getting japed or not?
I think you can come to your own conclusion.
I'm fine with having allies. I guess maybe. I don't know.
And then a game of chance to decide.
I'm not like a magic man. I don't know what's going on here. I just use a big hammer.
He pulls out a chance cube. I will roll this dice, and 4, 5, 6. I will give him a piece of your mind. 1, 2, 3. It's a no. Do you agree? You have set the terms already.
I'm not that smart. I'm not that wise. And I'm not that charismatic. So I say, I mean, I can't make up my mind, so sure, let's do it.
Oh, a game of chance. I love it. And just a large, spindly piece of the trunk comes out and prefers a 6-sided dice. Oh, drats. I've lost. And you'll keep what you have. That is all right. I've won something on you already.
Oh, you bet on me.
I did, and I came out ahead.
Was it like a good amount? Was it good odds?
The odds were not in your favor. So yes, I made some good coin.
I see. I'm kind of partial to mushroom people. I've met a few in my life. Yeah. I gave them a peace offering as like a during, before, and we helped them stop from being eaten by like their natural predators. So is the guy that like also a mushroom guy, or is it like someone else? I mean, I look around me. I see there's a lot of different people here.
Oh, he is an elf.
Oh,
a high elf.
I see.
And he serves the queen now.
But he's not with her, like he doesn't like her.
Like lovers? No.
I mean, like politically, I guess.
Oh,
like how we don't like her.
Something else entirely.
I mean, I don't know what goes on here. You do whatever you want.
He does serve her.
But he doesn't like her.
They have a complicated relationship. Well, it was a pleasure talking with you, Durian. And it was a pleasure watching your struggle. I hope you enjoy yourself.
It was a struggle.
Okay, I'm gonna bring everybody back here.
All right.
Chris took the longest to come in last time too. Let's see what happens here.
Here he comes.
Okay, we'll just wait for him to morph in here.
See, I wasn't the only one that took a risk.
Did I see Peter's interaction with the pickpocketing where he got caught?
I suppose so.
Like Durian was like ready to like have to defend his friend, literally caught with his hand in the pocket, and they like talk about it and they just leave each other alone. I'm like, what? Literally commit. Okay, all right, sure, I guess.
Now, to resolve what has happened. Oh. Sorry, I want Chris to be here as well.
Because if you don't cause any trouble, you don't have to roll dice, and then everybody's happy.
Or you can just roll all the dice.
Yeah, I saw the 40-20s that were rolling.
Listen.
No, I thought that was damage.
That
so,
these.
So I have a new character to introduce. No, I'm just kidding.
Above the table, these were instances where the Fey were trying to trick your player. And some of you saw through the ruse, and unfortunately some of you were tricked.
Come on, guys.
Desperado. The gnome asked you, will you give me a hand? After asking for you to help him prepare dinner. And you agreed.
Absolutely.
When the gnome, after shaking your hand, pulls his hand away, you notice it is still in his hand, and it has been detached from your wrist. And now the gnome holds one of your hands.
Okay.
Your right hand. So you have your left hand.
That's okay.
Well, based on his little figure there, Desperado is left-handed. So
He is.
Correct. Jacques, a satyr approached you, offering you drink, which you refused. Then, after inquiring about your encounter with the demon, he suggested that, don't you wish you had eyes in the back of your head? You may have seen through what he was trying to do there, and said that you quite liked your eyes where they were. And so you were able to see through the Fey's trick. Peter, an elf approached you, seeming quite interested in your magic abilities. And he asked you, after several pleasantries, to sit for a spell. And then you did, and you offered up Chromatic Orb. So, unfortunately now, this elf has your spell, and you no longer have Chromatic Orb.
Did he take it, or was it traded? You know, it's arguable.
In parting, you did pick his pocket and come away with 44 gold pieces.
Or a spell.
I think that's a fair trade.
I don't think so at all.
Do you know how
Durian.
many donkeys I can buy?
Durian, you were approached by a mushroom creature, and he offered that if you like, he could give the queen a piece of your mind. You left it up to chance after he somewhat insisted that you clarify your response, and left it up to the roll of a dice. And you came away with the upper hand, not giving the queen, or excuse me, the queen's advisor a piece of your mind.
Which I have no idea what happened. Weird interaction.
Right. And so you somewhat won something. So the two of you that did lose something, I'm sorry to say that happened, but it did. And the Feywild is a cruel place. Perhaps there's a way that you can regain these, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Man, if Scuzz was still alive, he could build you a prosthetic hand.
Thank you guys for being good sports.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what was going on, but I looked at my intelligence and wisdom scores, and I saw, I don't know what the hell's happening. So I said maybe.
Nonetheless, Desperado, as you regroup with your friends, coming to term with having lost this hand, perhaps you feel spite, you might feel scorned, you might be angry at this creature that took it from you. You know, in some way, I'm sure you wish to get that back. But in the meantime, a person catches your eye, and you see a half-elf with messed and matted hair, long and tangled. He sits in tall grass and marigolds, and I have the group of you together now. He is surrounded by baskets made from twine, twigs, vines, branches, and the sort. Dozens of baskets sit in haphazard piles. The baskets are empty, and they are elaborate. The baskets tower over and around him. Desperado, you feel an immediate connection and instantly recognize your cousin, Silverado.
As a half elf.
Yeah. Oh, he was a wood elf.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wood elf. Amend that. My apologies.
Unless something really messed up happened this time away.
No, I'm sorry. That was me remembering incorrectly.
It's okay. It's crazy, dude.
So you see half an elf.
No, no, yes, you see your wood elf
It's
cousin
been really
Silverado.
bad.
Which half?
Oh gosh.
Top, bottom, left,
After
right.
after this just happened, I almost don't disbelieve. Like the cruelty of this place is unmatchable.
Fair enough.
Unmatched.
Hey,
Nonetheless,
guys.
I would probably approach skeptically.
As you approach, the wood elf lifts his eyes, sets down his shears and spoke weights. His gaze is attentive and inquisitive. Do the group of you go with Desperado, or let him wander off?
No, I'll follow behind him.
I think I notice a missing hand, so I'm like, yeah, I'll follow.
It's just like I'm not like bleeding or anything. Ben, it's just a stub at the end of my wrist.
Yes, sir.
It's good, at least.
You look like new friends. What can I do for you? Would you like a basket? I have so many. And other than Desperado, other players might recognize this elf from statues of power that you have seen throughout the region. So you might recognize Silverado if you've been to any other settlements, but that'll be up to you.
Can I take a look at his movements? Does he move, as you would say, a martial artist would move with grace?
Yes, and the way he is seated, relaxed with legs crossed, and he definitely sets down his tools in a precise manner as well.
Is there any alcohol around him?
I believe Silverado did enjoy drinking wine.
He did like the drink, for sure. He did.
But he became immune to it afterwards, so he couldn't get drunk.
That's true.
He got too strong.
Yeah.
Do you think he would keep drinking alcohol or just opt for water?
He's probably a social drinker, I would imagine.
Yeah, so there's a jug of wine next to him, absolutely.
As I approach, I'm just like kind of sizing him up, trying to find what the trick is, trying to find.
Hey, you're that guy on the statue.
Oh, well, some people tell me I look a lot like him. You're talking about Silverado, the famous elf?
Yeah, isn't that you?
I mean, everybody seems to think so, but, if they're not calling me Silverado, they're just calling me a basket case.
Is that because you make baskets, or because they think you are not with it?
I thought it was just because of the basket weaving, but you might have something there. My memory does not go very far back. I remember swimming in the depths of the ocean, and I remember fighting a large squid-like creature. I was with Dunsmere. And yeah. And then I was here.
Like specifically here? Like there? Where you are right now?
Yeah, I've kind of been hanging out here for a while.
How long have you been here?
As these guys are talking, Ben, I'm just gonna pull reach into my backpack and pull a notebook out of my pack, and let them. I'll let these guys finish, and then I'll.
It's hard to say how long I've been here. It feels sometimes like days, sometimes weeks, sometimes years. But I know that I was somewhere before this. I just can't remember. When Desperado, as you pull out your book, he says, "You keep notes too?" And he holds out a book. These are notes.
And I'll hand it to him, and I say, "Actually, this is yours. Was sent to me by a dwarf that knew you. He goes by Dunlop, the name Dunlop. He had some of your notebooks. You don't recognize me."
Grabs it. He says, "I'm sorry, should I?"
I would hope so. We are brethren. I have been looking for you.
I once filled a book with memories and names. And he greedily takes the book from you and begins turning pages.
These will be your memories. Maybe they will joggle some things in your mind.
He shakes his head incredulously as he turns page after page. There's so much here. And he slams the book shut.
You did so much. You were a beacon of hope to the people in these lands, and you still are.
And how do you know that it is me?
Just as I recognize, anyone would recognize their brothers and sisters. How could I not? I watched you leave the day you left home to seek whatever it is that you sought.
Then why wouldn't I recognize you? If you say it is that simple.
It seems that someone has maybe taken some memories, or perhaps some of the experiences you've had have forced them away.
When I read these
Nonetheless,
names,
you are who I say you are, for sure.
As I read the names in this book, faces come rushing back to my mind. Places.
Perhaps your memories have not been lost. Perhaps they have only been locked away.
Yes.
Perhaps I can help.
Help? How would you?
If you would be willing, I could dive into your mind. I could guide you towards those lost memories.
I saw much sadness in this book. I'm not sure if I want to remember.
It is not my place. As I said, if you are willing.
I feel content here making baskets, but there must be something more to this also.
I mean, we just got here, and your brethren, whatever, just like immediately lost his hand. And you're saying you're content here?
I wonder even if maybe it is the place here that is taking your memories from you. You know, sometimes I'm new, like my friend here said, we're new to this, and yet it seems that there is an aura about this place that might do different things to different people, and maybe it is taking your memories or keeping them away. I can assure you, though, the sadness that you speak of, there was greatness that came from it, from your deeds, and there are people in the world that we came from that are still there because of you and your friends.
Since one does not feel this or loss unless they had something worth losing at some point.
You all seem so sure that I am who you say I am, but I'm not sure What if this is just some trick?
Um,
He makes a valid point, actually.
First off, what is he wearing? Like, what's he got on him? Because we know that he's like a legendary figure. Like he's done a lot of good. So people have at least heard of him. Some may know more or less. But what's he got on him?
I picture him just dressed in plain robes, with, a simple rope tied around his waist.
Would I know that he used to do stuff with jewelry? During, at the very least?
Sure.
I'm going to go into my pack. I'm going to pull out a durian. I'll be like, you want some fruit?
I'm full, thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, while you're here and we got you, you mind taking a look at this? And I'm going to toss him Cyrus's jewelry that I lifted off his dead body earlier.
He grabs the jewelry. The chain is broken, but I can fix this.
Oh, you can fix that. Do you? I mean,
he remembers the skills that he had.
I don't know where I learned to deal with jewelry, but I don't know where I learned to weave a basket either.
I'd say one is a lot harder than the other. Anyone could learn how to weave a basket. That doesn't take much, but jewelry requires tools and know-how.
That's true.
Let's not argue about. There's a lot of skill that goes to weaving.
And as you do notice the baskets that he's woven, they seem quite intricately woven, unlike baskets that you've ever seen. They're almost braided, with some of them with extremely, tight coiling, and it's surprising that many of these materials have not broken in such a way that he has woven these baskets. Well, you remind me of something. I haven't cared much for having other things, and I've mostly kept to myself here. They leave me to myself, too. Somehow I gained the Queen's favor, but if you lend me some tools, certainly I can fix this for you.
Darian, I did we take? I believe we brought some of the tools that Scott's had on him. I mean, we're not using them.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to sell them to anyone.
Silverado, gosh, it's so nice to see you. I'm sorry that you're skeptical of our motives, and I can't blame you for that. But I have one request. Let me put it like that. And as I do, I'm kind of just rubbing the stub of my hand as if I'm trying to find the hand that's missing. Like I can feel it still there on the end of my arm. I'm a man of my word. I keep my word. It gets me into trouble and it gets me out of trouble. In this case, it got me into some. I would propose that when my friends and I do leave this place, that you would think of coming with us, and perhaps your memories would come back as you see places maybe familiar to you. And if you're not happy when you come, you may always return. But I wonder if we might help you that way. Sometimes seeing things you've been before can joggle the mind.
Desperado, will you make a persuasion check with advantage, please?
So can. Be good. The dice rolling. 24.
Well, I'll consider it. You seem like good people, and it's been a while since I've made a new friend. But you've given me a lot to digest, a lot to think about. So I'm afraid I don't have a taste for looking at this book at the moment, but perhaps you'll leave it with me so that I can look at it when I'm feeling up to it. It's just a lot right now.
It is not mine to keep. It is yours to take. And I'll extend my left hand to shake his hand.
He reaches with his right hand and shakes your left hand.
And as he does, I kind of pull him in and give him a hug. Because even though I see my brother, but he's not sure, I still would. I've been resisting to not make it awkward, but nonetheless, I succumb to that need.
He just kind of takes a deep breath. Well, thank you. And like I said, let me think about this.
Ben, you said, well, Jason, you said there's a chain. As a knower of fine things, would I know like what the street value for something like that is?
I forget what value we had put on this gold necklace.
Is it the same one?
It's the same one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing's worth a pretty penny. Yeah.
I'd
like
say
40 gold or something.
Silverado deftly maneuvers the tools quickly and tosses the necklace back to you.
If I'm correct, it was like 35.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's
We
right.
used some for the hunting traps that I have on me in the dungeon. So there's some links gone, which is why I had to fix it.
Perfect for a smaller, thinner neck now, Peter.
Yeah, almost as if it were made for someone among us. Yeah.
I'll catch the chain and I'll put my left hand on Silverado's shoulder and I'd be like, look, as a guy who doesn't know his past either, who's trying to figure things out, find his family and all that fun stuff, I'll let you know. You feel like you could live without it, and maybe you can. Maybe you'll never learn where you come from or who you are. But I think it's very much worth it to try, and maybe get to the end where, for you remember. I think it's worth it.
He looks to. Do you have a pen?
Fish out like a quill, whatever I used to write in my book. I give it to him.
He opens the book that Desperado gave him and flips to the end and asks for each of your names and writes them all in his book.
And just as we go to leave, I kind of stop. And I still have my hat kind of under my arm. So on my head, Desperado has like fairly long silver hair, and he has like a headband that kind of keeps his hair back out of his face. So I kind of untie that and just walk back over to Silverado and say, when you left home, you gave me this. I didn't think I would see you again, but nonetheless, here you are. I feel compelled to give it back. And I give him back. It's like a military, like a martial arts bandana that he gave me, that he wore. That's
like almost like a handkerchief or a bandana of sorts, or
yeah, exactly.
Okay. He holds it and kind of folds it and sets it into a pocket on the inside of his robe.
And the color, of course, is cyan. Oh, by the way, do you know where like Kevin is at? I mean, you've been here for a while. Do you know where like Kevin's at?
The ATK officer?
Yeah.
I don't know. They are making sport of him. I'm sorry to say.
I see.
I think the Queen is hunting him.
I guess we should probably, focus on that next. If he's currently being hunted.
And so.
Ben, would I know anyone? Sorry, would I know anyone who might have some information on that?
You know that an Eladrin, and a high elf named Elias, sits at the right hand of the queen.
Right, of course. If anyone would know. That's all I say.
Huh?
Okay.
If anyone would know, and that's
guy's
all
weird.
I say. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
Maybe,
I have like a tendency to talk to myself in my head a lot, just because I talk to other people like that.
As
Maybe
the,
he has my other end too.
That's kind of side-eye chakra.
As the
It's
group
like
of you walk away, leaving Silverado to his baskets, an Eladrin approaches. Autumn leaves, fall from his shoulders, and he speaks first.
Ah, the anyone that would know.
Hey, Jacques. I don't know if I can do Elias. I'm sorry. I've been trying, but hey there, Jacques. How you doing?
Elias, I'm so happy to see you. I believe you and I have a conversation that needs to be had.
It's him.
That's right. I do owe you something.
Yes, sir.
Well, you want me to just tell you right here in front of these boys?
These boys, as you put it, are perfectly fine. You can speak what you need to say.
Sure. I think you're gonna like what I have to say. And of course, you're talking about our earlier conversation about Agneti Shashi.
Yes.
Yeah, well, word is, him or, someone operating in his name, they've taken an interest to that floating mountain, and they've been working a bit with Tanzajian.
Interesting. But you don't know who this person is?
Well, it's a dragon. I don't know if it's him or not, but they say that he chases the storms much like your blue friend did. It's worth checking into, and they say that he goes from the peaks of Mount Sagantha to the floating mountain itself. It's unclear if he's taken riches from the mountain, meaning Mount Sagantha, or if he's, taking them to or from that place.
Interesting.
That's where they bring all the dragon's riches, is to the mountain.
Right.
So either he's taking back what's his, or he's taking other things that aren't his and bringing them there. Or maybe he's taking things from there that aren't his and bringing them to the floating mountain. I don't know. I hope that was worth it.
It really was. Thank you, Elias. I appreciate your information. I appreciate your the whole transaction. Thank you.
That was pretty good what you all did down there. He speaks to the group of you.
Huh.
I didn't think you'd make it.
Thank you.
It was pretty bad.
It didn't come without its costs.
You see those little weird gnome guys that try to drop kick me down a hole?
Oh, I saw that. That was real good. Queen loved that. She did.
Yeah, if two of my friends didn't die, that would have been pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, these are the games we play, unfortunately.
By chance, you might not know how I might get my hand back. And I just hold up the stub of my right arm.
Oh, how did that happen? That didn't happen in the dungeon. I've been watching you all the whole time.
No,
Queen left after you chased off her demon. She didn't care to see him killed, but I didn't care either way.
It was
what happened to you?
A gnome of some, I don't know. I didn't even know if he was a gnome, but nonetheless, some sort of cruel trick.
Hmm.
Playing on my trust in the goodness of people, I guess.
Yeah, that's downright cruel of him, I admit. Yeah, maybe
Good tie to
Jorgen.
toe.
He's
maybe.
you know, he's kind of popular around here. He cooks up a good elk steak.
The gnome I spoke with talked about cooking elk and asked for my elk. This might be the one you're talking about that took my end.
Aye.
He wouldn't cook it, would he?
Oh, wow. I hadn't thought of that. Well, he might. I don't think so, though, because, he's like kind of old-fashioned in that way. He likes to eat things that are meant to be eaten, so. But he might.
You mentioned
the
people around here prefer the halflings to eat as opposed to elves, I guess.
Yeah, they do. That's kind of rude of you to say in front of Peter here, though, but yeah, I mean, it is true.
Wait, they like to eat you?
It's complicated.
In all fairness, I feel like the pleasantries are setting aside considering the circumstances.
Durian, don't look at me like that.
I mean, I didn't take your hand. You can't be mad at me.
No. I'm sorry.
hungry.
Excuse me. No, I didn't. I wasn't trying to imply that you had. Not at all. Just meaning that I would like to get it back.
Right.
Well, perhaps we could take a visit to the kitchen and maybe we could barter with the gnome for a return of some sort.
Hey, while we got you here, I lean in real close to whisper. You wouldn't happen to know anything about like a necklace of some sort that the queen has? Got like this weird like opal thing.
Jorgen put you up to this?
Hmm?
Who put you up to that? Who sent
Not
you?
a guy named Jorgen. It was two folks we hitched a ride with to get here. It was like
I know who brought you.
there's like a guy what the hell was his name?
Hideo.
Yeah, that guy, and like the dude himself, the master, I guess.
Ah.
They're like, yeah, go for it.
Huh.
They want us to
That's interesting.
yeah, they just want us to like
I'm gonna kind of give Durian like an elbow in the side.
oh, ow.
That's all right.
It said that you would know, so I figured I'd ask.
They
while
did.
you're here.
Well,
Hurt.
I'm kind of here chasing after something of my own.
Aren't we all?
There's reasons I can't get it for myself.
What is it that you chase?
I'm looking for a book. It's a powerful book. It belongs to a friend of mine. Maybe if you get me that book, I could tell you where the necklace is. He says in a hushed tone.
Oh, can you be a bit more specific on the books? There
Okay.
are many in this world, and I'm sure there are many more in this world.
Yeah, Lady
Indeed.
Jude, she keeps a private library. And I reckon the book would be right there.
Like the title.
It's not like an encyclopedia exactly, is it?
Oh gosh. Jason, do you remember the name of the book?
Oh, I can the one that Kendall was looking for. I have it written down in my other notes. I don't have it. I can find it.
She gives you the name of the book.
Is this the necromancy book?
Yeah, I think it was. I'm sorry, I should
that
have
sounds
the name
right.
prepared.
Oh, yeah, my bad too. I should know.
No, that's okay. I have a thing with Kendall's goals. Maybe it's in there. Kendall character goals.
This
don't
is
have
live,
the
folks.
Name of the stolen book.
Okay, I'll control F the campaign 3 notes.
Sorry, guys. We can look that up later. That's okay. She'll give you the name of the book, or excuse me, he'll give you the name of the book. Well, you know.
So I know what it was. It was what is it? I had it. I'm sorry, guys. Never mind. I don't know anymore.
I don't know. We might have even called it the Necronomicon, something like that. But
To that effect, right?
well, anyways, it's in the Queen's private library, and she keeps it in this burnt birch tree that's been kind of taken over by black stone. It's like where she goes to rest sometimes too, but she'll mostly go there for leisure. The tree's been changed by her dark heart. It looks burnt, but instead of bark or wood, there's patches of black obsidian. I know it's north of here a little ways, but I haven't been there yet because I wanted to avoid suspicion. I don't want her to catch on to what I'm after. And I'm sure that she watches me from time to time.
Is there a way to, like, tell when you're being watched? Because I assumed we were being watched the entire time we've been here.
Well, you were being watched in the dungeon. We've got kind of a
that
cool
much.
display set up for that we bring out. But and then we all watch as the water kind of coalesces, drips down this stone, and we watch you in the water. It's pretty good, pretty cool. But there's also, I don't know if I could make it into this place myself because there's a pack of Yeth hounds that guard the entrance. These are like powerful Fey hounds. They're vicious creatures, and there's a whole pack of them there. They'll smell you coming too, so you got to be careful. But you get into that library and get that book for me. I'll tell you where the stone is, though. I don't know if you should go after it. Pretty well guarded. I certainly wouldn't try to grab it for myself, but
we don't need the stone.
Do you know what the book? If it's in a library, would you at least know maybe what it might look like? This tome you mentioned us to find for you.
yeah, it's in like a dark leather binding, real fine artistic writing down the spine. And of course, she will give you the name of the book as well, and we'll just look that up for continuity.
So sorry, guys.
You just said insert name here. Or you just said placeholder name. Elias,
Exactly.
what does that mean?
What a strange name for a book.
I mean, it's the Feywild, you know.
Wasn't it the Complete Idiot's Guide to Beginner's Necromancy?
I probably have it written down in my character sheet for Kendall.
I'm not sure it's in your backstory there. If not, we'll come up with one. But
thank you. Yeah.
It says,
men are from the Feywild, women are from the Shadowfell.
Well, I got other guests, so I'm kind of glad you guys made it out. We'll talk again.
I told you I would.
You did. I shouldn't have doubted you.
Oh, thank you. We might seek you out later if we need anything, but we appreciate you.
Guess we'll try and go get this guy his hand back.
Yeah, shall we go find this gnome?
And so,
yes,
that's where we'll end the adventure for this evening. You have Desperado having had a hand taken from him by this treacherous gnome. Peter was actually also given some information that
I want to follow up on,
that you would like to follow up on. We can wait till the next game for that, and we'll let Peter kind of bring that to the group's attention. But that's kind of worth following up on as well.
Was it worth a spell and 44 gold?
More, something else.
I can say, like, it's not that big a deal because it's a spell that I probably would have swapped out next level anyways.
Oh, okay. So you're like, yeah, take it.
It sucks. It definitely sucks
Yeah.
because it's one less spell that I have right at
Yeah.
my disposal, but not forever.
Kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But,
And then,
but can you
so-
clap your hands?
Can you dual wield?
Can you hold a shield?
Of course, then there is Commander
There's ways around
Hawkins
that.
being hunted, and then
Yeah.
now you have this information.
Listen, man.
A way to gain information from Elias regarding the black onyx stone that the master has requested you to gain information about.
And I got a lead on my stuff too.
Yes, and we learned of a mysterious blue dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, so some different paths to consider, and we'll pick up next week, right? The 28th, Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good game, guys. I'll see you then.
GG.
Nice. Still alive.
Woohoo.